Hey, what's up, guys? Leaving the Bat Cave, heading out to the gym, man, and wanted to give a quick video out to you on this 18-year anniversary of 9/11. 18 years ago, man, I was on Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, where I served as a military police officer, and I was on a FAP, which turned into a dual MOS. My original MOS was an 0331, so I was lent out to the military police, and subsequently this day changed my life forever, because I had orders to go to Lackland Air Force Base basically that Thursday, which was the 13th. Check-in was the 14th, and those orders got canked, meaning canceled, because of 9/11. So life did change rather quickly, man. I remember the night before, I was out partying with a group of Marines, and we burnt that candle pretty bright. We didn't get back to the barracks till about 0500 hours, and I remember getting a solid wake-up call right about an hour later or so, that we all had to report to the Provost Marshal's office. And you know, I was pretty hammered, so I was like, nah, you guys are just, you know, messing with me. You guys are just making this a joke. And so I got dressed, laid back in bed, and was told, hey, you got to make it down there once again. Banging on the door. If any of you guys been in the Corps, you know what's up. Living in the barracks life. And so I get down there, see my lieutenant, who happened to be my workout partner, and I go, you know, Lieutenant Burrell, this is a bunch of shit, man. Nothing's going on. And I saw black and white TV, man, because, yeah, 18 years ago, yep, it was still black and white. It was kind of fuzzy, and I thought these guys had a movie on, you know, for 9/11. I mean, just for the sake of trying to bust balls, and not knowing that this day would go down in infamy as 9/11. I went back to my room. I was like, oh, you guys are full of shit. I'm trying to get some rest. It's my day off. So we did 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3 off back then. And so I get back to my barracks room, get back up in under the sheets, and man, get another big pounding on the door a few minutes later. This time it's no joke. Gunny Lieutenant Burrell wanting me to report down to the Marshal's office and get my gear, draw my weapons, and head out, man, because we were commencing on ThreatCon Delta, which was the highest level of readiness for the DOD to declare, you know. So nonetheless, you know, we're meeting with high-level officials, and I go up to my Gunny Hubbardson, and I go, Gunny, I'm tanked. He goes, geez, you are tanked. He goes, but we got no choice. We need you out there. And so here I am, geared up. I got my bulletproof vest on. I believe we wore, yeah, we didn't get into any of the heavy gear because the base was shutting down. But I believe we did carry our flak jackets, that are M16. Some of us were able to carry some saws, as I was already a machine gunner. And the place just shut down, man. Camp Pendleton, one of the, you know, very rare times that the base got shut down for civilians to come in. And, you know, finally it sunk in. I tried to make a few phone calls. Back then we had Motorola Razors as cell phones. There weren't any smartphones, guys. And yeah, there were some phones in the barracks rooms. They didn't work that well. And so I was able to get to a point on the base where I could make a call back east to my family, because I'm from New York. And lo and behold, all lines were busy. So at that point in time, it really sunk in that things were abnormal. And you know, it was, you know, very clear at that point that things were changing very rapidly, and that, you know, we were about to head into uncharted territory, in which we were. So, you know, for the next few nights, man, the base was on ThreatCon Delta. The world was just beside themselves. Many lost their lives, and it's changed, you know, my life forever. Something I'll touch on, that I'll kind of touch on in future videos, is in 2008, I kind of woke up to some things and became pretty much a truther, meaning, you know, searching out the truth, investigating, and going beyond what the mainstream media tells us. And there's a lot of things that are open for discussion as it pertains to the investigation of 9/11, but there are a lot of skeptical things that went on during that time frame. And I'm not going to put those out there today because today is a day of remembrance for those that lost their lives. And but always question everything, guys. It's super important to question everything. You can't just get told one thing and believe it. I suggest that you dig a little deeper, peel the onion back, get down to the other layers and see what's there. Because, oftentimes you're being told third-party information, inaccuracies, and trust me, the info and the truth is out there if you seek it. And that's with everything in life, man. That's not just 9/11. I wanted to make this quick video, give you my insight on 9/11. To all the first responders and everyone that lost their lives that day, we remember you. And to those that continue to do a great service to our nation, we appreciate you. And this won't be a day where we put up sales or ads. This is more of a day for me to remember. Grab your kids, give them a hug, let them know that they matter. Teach them. That's how life should go on. They should always remember. Like my son came up to me this morning, who's 5, and he goes, "Dad, what's that?" We instill in them what 9/11 means, and that's how it always will stay remembered and never forgotten. Because after we're gone, we want them to carry the torch and let them know what we went through, and make it a better place for everybody. So that's my take on 9/11, the day of, and it's just one of those days, much like Pearl Harbor. Where were you on this day? Comment down below. Let me know where you were. It's always interesting to know where people were, and sometimes I see kids where they're like, "Oh, I was in 6th grade," or whatever it might be, and it's just mind-blowing, right? Because as we get older, our eyes either get older or life just kind of changes from generation. But it's always awesome to see the different takes on what happened to others. And then one last thing I want to put upon you that I didn't get to put in my Instagram post, I might put it in my Twitter post later today, is look at your superstars. Look at those people that you look up to and that you go out of your way every day to see what they're doing. It's the Kim Kardashians of the world, and it's some others that have some blue check marks next to their name. Are your values being represented by them? Personally, yes, I own a business. Today is not a day for sales for me. I can't use hashtags Neverforget in an ad for my supplements or my t-shirts. To me, that's just garbage. And furthermore, if your idols and people that you look up to, movie stars, etc., don't remember today, that tells you a lot about them. Are they patriots? Do they care? Do they even give a rat's ass about this country? And that's where you've got to draw the line, where you're following these people and giving your time, your money, your energy, and start focusing on those that actually give a damn and that are in line with your values. And I guess I'll kind of just leave it there. Take a look at your stock. Take a look at what's in your portfolio. Who are you following? Who you're giving your time to? Do those people really stand for what you believe in? Do they really care about the country you live in, your neighborhood, your family? Well, I'll tell you what, man, on this side of the board, you can guarantee that I give a rat's ass. I care, and I'll always care. And I'll always put this country first, and I'll always do what's best to make the best possible supplements, the best possible apparel, or I just won't make it. Because if it's not good enough for me and my family, it ain't good enough for you. And if I'm not patriotic enough to put it out there that we remember those on 9/11 and other holidays as such, man, I don't even see the purpose of being around. So that being said, take a look at your following, man, see who you're following. We're real quick to comment on Kim K's page, yet I don't see one patriotic thing about 9/11. Now, everybody remembers and everybody mourns in different ways, but, you know, quick American flag on that story saying we remember doesn't take but 10 seconds. So, you know, where you put your money, where you putting your investment, guys, says a lot about yourself as well. So, as you're following these people, are their values in line with yours? Something to ponder. On this day, though, we're going to remember those that are not with us. And by doing so, I give them the entire day of thoughts, prayers, and deepest condolences to the families that are left behind. And on that note, dedicating this workout to those as well. And I hope you have a kick-ass day. Keep doing whatever it takes. Keep believing in yourself. And never forget where you came from or how you got started. Because on the path of life and the journey of life, it all matters in the end. Because none of us make it out of here alive. So on that note, guys, until next time, have a kick-ass day. Keep doing whatever it takes.